What is up, everybody? Steiger paint part 3. Since the last video, there's Mrs. G. Say hi, Mrs. G.
Hello.
Since the last video, I've got the rims, the inside rims primed and painted. They turned out nice. Mrs. G has all the black scuffed weights sanded down, and she is taping off all the windows right now. Then I'll spray, prime and paint all the black, and then we'll tape all that off, and then we'll sand the red. All right, it's all masked off. Man, that was a lot of taping.
It was.
It's a good thing Mrs. G is good at taping windows and stuff, because I hate doing that, but
I like that stuff.
it's all scuffed up, all the black. We just finished wiping it all down with grease and wax remover. Let that grease and wax remover dry, and then start spraying some epoxy primer. Epoxy primer's all done and dried. I sprayed this exhaust pipe with wood stove black high temp paint. I guess now it's time to get suited up and start spraying some black. It's gonna be a nightmare for me, the way you gotta crawl around this thing like a jungle gym to try to start on one side and then not have dry spots in the paint by the time I make my way all the way around, but we'll do our best. Well, the black's done. I gotta be honest, that was a real pain. Trying to stand on the ladder and get all the different corners and around all the lights, and I see I got a couple runs up top there, but and that's pretty hard to avoid when you're spraying around all that stuff. And when you're spraying something like this where it connects all the way around, it would be nice if you had two people spraying, somebody spraying that side, somebody spraying this side to where you meet in the middle. Otherwise, you really got to fly to get around it to not have big dry spots from where you like left off here and then start over there. But it's not perfect, but it looks good to me. I'm getting a run right there. Oh well. On to the red now. All right, another week has gone by since did the black on it. In the first video, I said that I was not going to take these inside wheels off. I was just going to paint in here the best I could. Well, that was going to be impossible because you could barely get your hand in there, let alone a paint gun. So I just took the bolts out and flopped them out against the outside hubs. And we'll just mask this off with plastic that allows me to get in there way better. The worst part of all of this is just trying to get everything taped off, all these hoses and stuff. I took the electrical something wrong?
I leaned on the tire. I didn't expect it to move like that.
Oh,
It scared me.
yeah, it's not going to go anywhere.
It's too early in the morning.
Yeah, I took like the electric implement plug, and that'll just get like tucked inside there. All the wiring for like this 3-point hitch sensor, I tucked it all in there. And then just a whole lot of scuffing and cleaning. Most of it's just gonna be roughed up with a Scotch-Brite pad, but then we gotta try to mask off these hoses to not paint them. But Mrs. G's good at that stuff. A pro tip here from someone that's not a pro on scuff and paint. We all know that the true pros are the ones behind the keyboard in the comment section.
That's right.
We all know that, but when you're scuffing something like this, or things that are kind of dirty, like, I just use some brake cleaner, and then it takes
Fancy like
it takes the grease and any like tar off while you scuff it, and then when you come back with the grease and wax remover, it's just less grease to remove. And tin foil is a pain, but it works pretty good on hoses like this. Sorry, Mrs. G, I'm holding you up.
Jesus.
Anyway, back to like the comment section. For example, like let's say the 40/20 video that I just did a week or so ago, the final video of the Nightmare 40/20 with hundreds and hundreds of hours that we had into that tractor. And like the feller that watched the video and just told me after looking at the whole tractor that the third link on the 3-point is the wrong one and I should be ashamed of myself.
How about the one that just said, I hate John Deere's? Well, we kind of do too.
I'm gonna get right over to the auctioneer shop and change that third arm. We're just joking. Thanks for the comments. Well, that was an awful lot of scuffing, sanding, taping, and wiping. But I think she's ready for primer. Man, what a pain. Right, Mrs. G?
Right.
So now I guess I'll suit up and spray some primer and then probably go straight on to base coat and straight on to clear coat. Yay me.
Yeah.
I guess you can go do whatever you do. I don't even know, what do you do? I'll bring it back. Ready to spray some red. My God, that was a pain in the rear end to paint. So many different angles and trying not to bang the gun on something that you already painted. But that's a gallon and a quart worth of paint it took me just to paint the back half of this thing. And I am done for the day. This was enough for one day. The clear I will spray in the morning, but it's 10 after 6 on a Saturday night. Something more fun than this is definitely calling my name. Just trying to get paint in every angle. Yeah, I'm sure I missed spots that I'll have to touch up with a rattle can, but put the clear on it tomorrow and start putting this thing back together. What's up? It's the next day. Just got done spraying the clear. I'm pretty tired of spraying paint at this point. There you go. Gonna look pretty darn nice for a field tractor that's just gonna go get dirty, but I like my stuff to look good, so. And this tractor's earned this. It's been a good tractor for me, but that was a whole lot of clear. A whole lot of nooks and crannies to try to get covered, but all that is left to paint is the cab roof, and Mrs. G just finished scuffing and cleaning it. She's a keeper. Sanded that all up for me. Brought me out a sandwich. She's a good woman. So this is all that's left to paint. I'm very tired of painting, and it's Super Bowl Sunday, but I mean, that doesn't mean anything to me, but I'm gonna prime, paint, and clear this thing while I'm suited up and just be done with it. So thanks for watching, guys. There'll be one more video on this, putting the cab interior back in it, putting it all back together, and showing you the final product. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.